Hey, welcome. Hey, welcome and good evening. I can't, because it's going to peak if I go any higher. Hey, welcome and good evening. Yo, hey. Alessio, can you turn yours on and just talk into it? I'll come up, one sec.
Testing. This is Alessio on the second one. Testing. Hello, this is me testing. Testing. We are testing. The what? Testing. Good to test, still testing. Testing.
We always have the same issue with this one same thing. Hey. Testing 1, 2.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Adelaide, Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, and it's in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one from my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Saturday afternoon football in the western suburbs of South Australia as we get ready for a big clash here tonight for the RAA NPLSA in round 18 as two rivals come up head-to-head for the second time this season. FK Beograd taking on Adelaide Croatia Raiders, a rivalry that stems back many decades back in the top flight here in South Australia. We look forward to bringing you all the action as it comes down here in One Solution Park. These two sides coming head-to-head, 6th place FK Beograd hosting 8th place Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Only 1 point between the two, and we look forward to seeing how they face up today. Myself, Johnny Kecko, bringing you all the action alongside Alessio Carocci. A big occasion today in the commentary box. The two of us making our debut in this fixture of this rivalry, but there's a few other faces that are very excited to be in this today as well, mate.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big occasion for both sides here, especially with the crowd here that's starting to form in that bar area now. So it's going to be a big game ahead of us, and both teams really looking to try and push to the top 6 and had not the best form, both of them. So a big win today would probably propel either one of these teams into a finals run in the last couple of games.
Take a look at the starting 11 as well for both sides. The two sides have made an unchanged lineup, brought in an unchanged lineup heading into today's fixture. So very familiar starting 11 for both of these sides. In goals for FK Belgrad's Jamie Signorello. Number 4, Damian Luic. Number 7, Massimo Falco, the only player to play all 17 fixtures this year for the home side. Number 9, Maxim Ivanic. Number 10, Anthony Trimboli. Number 12, Andoni Natsiopoulos, who is making his debut in this fixture today out this season after not missing out the first time away from home. Number 16, Alex Denda Banyak. Number 17, Jason Konstantopoulos. Number 33, Banioti Manadakis. And number 19, Udai Kwoke. Number 22, Fro Nyankuru. And for the away side, Adelaide Croatia Raiders, the captain, number 3, Manly Barnett. Number 5, Bradley Corbo. Number 7, Matthew Majetic. Number 10, Katsuyoshi Kimishima. Number 17, James Odomora. Number 19, Reese Thompson, number 22. Vincent Barbara in goals, number 23. Joaquin Byrne, number 26. Yuto Akita, number 27. Oliver Trimboldi, and number 31, Stefan Marteo. A big clash today. Looking forward to seeing how this game pans out. Crowd slowly building here at One Solution Park. And two unchanged lineups could mean both coaches are happy with the way their teams performed last week, heading into this big occasion. Or 2 weeks ago, sorry. Last week was Cup round, so they both have a break heading into this fixture. But the rain is held off for what looks to be a very good night for football. The home side have not beaten Adelaide Croatia Raiders for a few years now. 7 years since 2017 back in the Australia Cup. But there has been a bit of a break between these two sides have met before the first one in round 7 this season. After a few movements between leagues for both of these sides, missing out of each other on each other's fixtures. So looking forward to seeing how this ball pans out. Heading into this match, Alessio, 50% of the matches have ended in draws in the last 10 between these two sides. What are you expecting today, a draw or a win for one of these two sides?
Yeah, I definitely think there's going to be a win today. I mean, both teams really got to key into their shots on target and getting some goals in their fixtures at the moment. The last couple of games haven't scored as many as they'd like, and their defence is leaking a few as well. But you can't go over the teams without mentioning the strength in the bench as well. You've got Adam Bruno coming back into the side. He's on the bench tonight, which is one of his first games in a long time as well, since he's long layoff with an injury. You've obviously got the captain in the previous fixture, Ninko Beric. He's on the bench. You've got Jared Clark, who's been a mainstay at the back there. And on the Croatia Raiders side as well, you've got to say, I mean, players like Paul Radici, Frank Basasa, Oliver Zafaridis, Callum Campbell, Luka Jovanovic, and the reserve keeper John Solari. That's a bench that will probably start in a lot of other teams as well. So you've got to say that I think the sub's going to make a real impact tonight, and I'm hoping to see a couple come off the bench and get some goals.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see how it all pans out. Nonetheless, it's going to be an exciting game of football. As you can hear in the background, it should be a cracker clash, and that is absolutely accurate way of putting it. It should be. And, well, predictions for today, Alessio?
I'm going to go a 3-2 win. That's the same as the previous fixture. I'm going to go with the home side, Beograd, to get it.
Whoa, that's a long wait. They would like to hear that. 7 years waiting. They could get their first win in that long time. And only the second in the last 10 as well. So, big one, big ask, but I reckon you're on the money here as the teams get ready to come out for this big occasion. Home side in their red strip, and the away side in their away blue kit today. And today's match officials, referee Daniel Cook heading the officials alongside his two assistant referees, Nick Elligan and Dion Turner. So a big day for them. And what is a fiery clash between these two sides. Many years of history. And what it means for these two sides, words can't describe. And there's the little ones running off from the pitch. Great memory for them to have this big occasion. If their home side can continue to get the win, Manly Barnet. And Andoni Natsiopoulos in the middle. A moment for Andoni, who missed out earlier in the year, being half Serbian, half Greek heritage, and Manly Barnet Croatian heritage. Both know too well what this fixture means for both their families and the club.
Yeah, as well as looking at some of the statistics about Manly Barnet as well. His dad played for Croatia Raiders on 4 separate occasions. So I think him and his brother both played juniors there as well. So it's a big occasion for him to captain the side and have a big derby here tonight. Look at the crowd down the far side. It's all coming up to the fence now, and rain's held off at the moment as well, so they don't have to be under the umbrellas. And
one thing about the One Solution Park as well is that it's only one-sided where spectators can watch from. And that is why it'll all be nice and packed. There was talk of putting them behind a goal somewhere, but all in the one area. And for those of you that know One Solution Park, normally people peek on the other side behind us, which is off camera, with the fence being there, but the home side have put up temporary signage to block the view. So anyone that does come down today has to sit inside the stadium or watching on YouTube. And we thank you for joining us on FSA Leagues, where all the action will be coming very soon. It's Anthony Trimboli in the middle, ready to take off and kick this game underway. Big clash, two sides, 1 point between them. Can the home side get their first win in a long time against Croatia Raiders? We'll soon find out. We're underway now. In their red strip, kicking to the left of your screens is the home side FK Beograd. Croatia Raiders in there, all blue, dark blue strip. Okay, nicely falls to him. Thankfully to a header. Can Anthony Trimboli get in the way? And it will be an early corner in the way of the home side.
That just goes to show that the new impact that Panagotis Manudakis has brought to this side. I mean, the last game I saw him against Para Hills, he was electric on that left side, and that was a debut to remember for him, having a great performance there. And he's already started this game off with the same aplomb that he finished the last, and looks like he's ready to play the ball forward every time of asking, and he's got a good touch on him as well. So I think it's going to be an interesting one to see down his left side now.
Obviously, just moved here, playing his fourth game for the side, coming from Adelaide Victory. Konstantopoulos goes near post, falls to Manudakis. Panayotis Manudakis tries to cleverly get it to Konstantopoulos. He's got Stefan Mateo there, though, to try to put a bit of pressure on him, and we'll go out for an early goal kick to the away side. The crowd's starting to shuffle its way in. You hear the birds chirping. Just a great setting as the rain has held off. A little bit of light rain in the afternoon down here in the western suburbs, but looking to clear out for a great night of football in this round 18 clash. Jai King Burn. Long ball through. Looking for Majetic.
Interesting to see a few positional changes at both sides at the moment. I mean, at the back there, you've got Damian Luch playing as a centre back at the moment, and you've got Maxim Ivanic playing as a right winger at the moment, with Konstantopoulos leading the line, which is a bit interesting. And on the Raiders side as well, you've got Matthew Majetic, who's playing on the right wing at the moment, contrary to his previous games where I've seen him play in the centre of midfield. So if that's the way he's found his way back into the team, then I'm happy to see what he does from here.
Well, you can see the pitch area is a little bit muddy at the moment. It's not the greatest condition, but as players love to play on grass pitches, they'll be very happy to be able to play on a grass surface, especially on a wet day like today, but hopefully it holds up. On through, looking for Oliver Trimboli. Will be out for another throw-in.
Another one who's obviously come in the last few weeks is on that far side, James Odenwilder. Usually I've seen him deployed as an attacker or a winger, but he's playing left fullback at the moment. So obviously that's changed. That's come in the past few weeks with Zafaridis on the bench at the moment. But that's another left foot on the left side, which you want to get those balls in, and that's, I'm sure, what the coach wants to do there. And of course, Oliver Trimboli as well, getting a start today as well, which I've definitely sung his praises in the last few weeks. I mean, every time he's come on, I think he's scored a goal. So to see him leading the line today is fantastic, and I reckon I'd have him nailed on to go to goal today.
Someone's car's going off in the car park. Andoni Natsiopoulos will win the free kick. There was calls from FK Belgrade's bench for a card.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him given for softer kickbacks than that, but I'm sure he's lucky to get away with one there. And
referee Daniel Cook obviously knows these big occasions and how to handle them as well.
Yeah, it's not what you want to get an early yellow card for something so pointless as well. So I'm sure he's going to keep him in the back pocket for now.
Very well handled there as we get back underway. Belgrade just trying to find their way through.
It's good to see as well, Maxim Ivanic start getting a run in the side now as well. He scored a couple of goals in the last few games, which has been good to see that he's transitioned from reserve level now. I mean, he's
Neon Kuru trying to get his way through, but will be out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, he's been so prolific at the reserve level. I mean, I remember playing him a couple of years ago where he scored a hat-trick on this pitch against my team. And now that he's come off the bench and had a few impacts that were good enough to get a start, he's got that start now, scoring some goals. And I saw in the warm-up as well, he was quite rifling them in with that left foot. So he's another one to look out for FK Beograd, and that's why you've got such a strong bench for them at the moment, with players that have got so many goals in their career, and in this league that he's the one that is leading the line at the moment.
We scored 3 goals so far this season. Kimishima scored 5 this season. Gets the ball taken off him. Natsiopoulos can't get a pass. Barnett. Really a lot of mud covering Andoni Natsiopoulos at the moment. Just the start of more to come as we are in our first 5 minutes of this fixture.
Well, that's what you want as a captain as well. The first few minutes of a game, get a big sliding challenge in and get stuck in early, then you know you're going to be having the opponent's number for the rest of the day, and I'm sure that's what he feels at the moment.
It's Kwoke now on the run, tries to get in the great position. Not too much luck around Manly. Barnett does well to clear it out. Just looking at the consistency of both of these sides, only one player has played in all 17 matches. That's Massimo Falco for the home side. Only lost his 3 for the away side in Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Massimo Falco. He's transitioned to be a bit of a fullback or a winger at times as well. I mean, he scored that cracker against Parry Hills a couple of weeks ago as well, and I think he told me he wants to score one in front of the home crowd today, and because I think most of his goals have come away from home, which is interesting to see, but hope he gets one today as well.
Scored 2 so far this season. As we could see, Maxim Ivanic trying to extend his goal scoring tally. Neon Kuru.
You just saw just a couple of minutes ago as well, the opposing captain in Adelaide, Croatia, Manly Barnett, had that big sliding challenge on Kwoke as well. So you know both captains are really up for this game today and really want to get in hard, nice and early. Great ball from Signorello to find Ivanic as well. Distribution of the keepers on both sides. Now it's Trimboli who's in behind.
Trimboli tries to find his way in. Konstantopoulos is there. Gets on it. Can he do something? Konstantopoulos is just out wide. An early opportunity for FK Beograd and very well put together by Trimboli.
Yeah, he broke the offside trap somehow there in between the two centre-backs of Adelaide, Croatia, and he turned and had a bit of a run towards goal. Cut it back for Konstantopoulos, probably a little bit behind him if all things were considered, and he tried to swivel around, get a shot, but had a bit of a bobble, bit of a deflection, and it's gone past for a corner. He's going to be on this one and hoping for something better than the last one, which unfortunately didn't beat the first man.
It's Konstantopoulos gearing up. Can he try and produce something here? Just missed out earlier, but can he do something for his teammate? But unfortunately unlucky this time around. Barbaro read that well. Now it's Panayotti kicking at Manakakis.
A couple of those Panagotis around the leagues at the moment, so at least the last name's a bit different in this one.
Exactly. Just got to try and say it correctly. A little bit tongue-twisted.
Yeah, the other one you were thinking of, Kikianis, who just signed a 5-year deal, so they've all been in the...
Trimboli gets in the way. Konstantopoulos tries to find his way in. Yeah, I know. There's too many Baniotis around.
Good ball in behind from Natsiopoulos. Ivanic!
This is the home side. If they can score an early goal here, it would absolutely be manic. As you can see in that distance as well, that far side to the left of the screen is just chockers. Mostly the home fan base. It's hard to tell from this angle exactly where the home and away splits. Nothing energetic. Back to Barnett. Just a nice touch on that strip as well on the the socks with the red and white on the away side. I love those little touches. Can they produce something here? And it's just going to go out for another corner this time. First one for the away side.
Yeah, I think they've got those on the home and away kit. I remember when I played there, they had them on the blue socks and the black socks. So they're fortunate enough that the away kit is navy blue, and it's probably close enough to wear those black socks. But yeah, it's another attacking run there from James Odenwilder, sporting the new trim as well. I've noticed, I thought in the past he had the mullet going. Now he's got the shaved head. So going to be a bit more rapid on that side now.
It's Mateo whips it in, tries to go near post, and it's cleared out. Corbo. Can the Raiders get something here? It's sent in long. It's Trimboli. It's just gone over. An opportunity.
Shades of his father with the right foot on that one from Oliver Trimboli. That's why he's in the side, because he can put that across and get those shots on target. And first time volley to hit that into the top corner is quite spectacular technique, and I'm sure it's going to give him confidence having one on target so far.
Well, crossbar will be seeing stars after that one. Jamie Signorello has done well since coming into this side. After the long injuries with their goalkeepers here at Beograd, Jokic and Kavanagh. Jokic out for the season. Kavanagh still waiting to come back in. But it's great to see Jamie Signorello just making the most of this opportunity in goals. And really showing what he can do and how good of a goalkeeper he actually is, despite the
great little drop of the shoulder there.
That. Kimishima tries to get in. Will be sent out to Nyonkuru. Falco. Long ball looking for Trimboli. Trimboli settles for Ivanic. Natsiopoulos. Out to Manadakis. Butch. Signorello back on the ball. Pressure coming on from Oliver Trimboli. Don't want to get the Trimbolis mixed up. One on either side. No relation. Nyonkuru. Not unsettled by Joaquin Byrne, who was lurking. Natsiopoulos will turn. Gets his way through the middle. Firing forward. Just a little engine. In the little cog in the engine. The captain for the home side. Ivanic gets a little clip off him and will be a throw in to the away side.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to get something in the back of the net in this first half. FK Beograd seeing that home support right in front of the fence. I'm sure they want to celebrate with them as early as they can. So if they want to do it, they've got to do it in the first half when they're shooting down that end. But at the moment, it seems like after only that Konstantopoulos shot and that Trimboli volley, the only opportunity so far.
What's Kimishima making his way through. It's whipped in. And as far as Signorello from Matthew Majetic.
Yeah, you were mentioning James Signorello, who's come back into the team as well. And I just saw Josh Kavanagh before the kickoff, and he told me that he won in the reserves game just before this, and that was his first game with them. So obviously he must have had injury layoff, or he had not played, just sat on the bench for a while. So he's back in the team, and looks like he's getting them some wins as well when they're not probably as high in the table as the first team.
Well, Kavanagh was their first choice goalkeeper, and they were rotating between the two goalkeepers, the other two, Jokic and Signorello, in the reserves. And whoever was out was sitting on the bench for the seniors every week until Jokic and Kavanagh were both injured. And Signorello went straight into goals for the seniors. But obviously Kavanagh's back now from injury and in the reserves, playing his first game because he obviously played only seniors holding that squad place. It's Trimboli. Can't get around Akira. Konstantopoulos. Short to Nyonkuru. Looked to go forward, but decided to go back to Massimo Falco. He had to chase back a little bit Sit back on the end of that ball. A little bit subdued at the moment, but these rivalries, once a goal is scored, will really pick up and start to heat up. Nice little touch to Manadakis. Read well, though, by Akita.
Just from the off here, it seems like Beograd are getting all these second balls.
Falco sends it in. Bavaro can't quite capitalise on it. Now it's Konstantopoulos. Tries to get his positioning right. And just 3 opportunities. Finds his way back to Manadakis. Beograd just really getting those opportunities in front of goal, but can't quite capitalise on it just yet.
They're on the front foot now.
Kwoke sends it back in. Konstantopoulos in the right positioning, but just couldn't quite finish it. Still not out of danger, though, for Raiders.
Adrian Deloy here on the near touchline. Shocked as how his team's not found the back of the net yet in this game. Having so many chances, and that was another excellent play there when they've won the second ball, as they do again here with Falco as he's driving forward. But they just seem to be first to every ball at the moment, and Raiders just can't clear their lines and get it past the halfway line.
Adrian Deloy, the coach of FK Beograd, just happy with Maxim Ivanic, the way he's playing. It's good opening 15 minutes for the home side. Obviously, Croatia Raiders had their chance earlier on. Trishan Bowley. But I'd say the home side are really holding their own in this fixture today and looking like they're the side to probably get that first goal.
Well, yeah, I mean, I told you I backed them for a reason, and they're showing me up at the moment why I have made that. So I hope they get more of this attacking action and they could keep doing things with these second balls.
Stefan Matteo back on it again. Goes in short. Manadakis doesn't want to see a side of it. That ball in that box. Sends it out for a throw in. Nyonkuru. Reese Thompson. Raiders trying to get it through. Couldn't quite get past. And was injured. Benjak. Luic. Trimboli was lurking. Now it's Kwoke. Got Manadakis to go back to, but he's trying to find a forward option. Konstantopoulos back to Manadakis. Natsiopoulos. Falco. Ivanic. Playing well, FK Beograd. Until that point there, Natsiopoulos off turn, but does justice. Gets back into it. Can Natsiopoulos get on the end of it? And it's Natsiopoulos!
Captain Fantastic, Antoni Natsiopoulos celebrates with the home fans.
He's got the goal, the opening goal, the fixture he wanted to be in, and he's celebrating with the home side. And this is exactly the way they wanted to kick things off.
Well, you could tell it was coming by the way he won the ball back there, kept driving forward, took the defenders out of the equation and crossed the keeper. That's always going in the bottom corner. Antoni Natsiopoulos, is that his first goal of the season?
Third.
Oh, okay, but that's a big goal, and that's the big goal that he wanted.
Live broadcasting for you. On our feet, thinking on our feet. But what a great goal to open it up. Antoni missed out that first one in the year, but this one here wanted to come back and prove himself, and he's just done that. Still a long way to go. Adelaide Croatia Raiders. It's not the end yet.
Well, you could tell the way he started this game with a lot of vigour and fight and slide tackles and making sure that he beats his opponent in the game at the moment, and that's what he did there, winning the ball straight off his opponent. I think it was Jai King at the time, and kept driving forward and absolutely rifled it into the bottom corner. That was always going in, and what a great start for the home team, and hopefully they can keep this up now. I'm sure Adrian Deloy is happy that they've got finally a goal on the board, then now they can not force it as much.
Corbo.
Couple of players losing their... Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. There are a couple of players losing their footing there in the attacking half. Unfortunately, they are the Croatia Raiders players who are trying to get an equaliser here. So it's a big thing to note at the top of that box there on our right, on the right side of the screen, that it's a bit slippery there, and maybe a couple of players need to put their medals on at half-time.
FA Beograd happy with the way they've started. 20 minutes in on the score sheet. Almost a similar scenario to the last time these two teams met. After 15 minutes, Raiders got the early goal. There's a shot there on another one for the away side. So this time around, 17 minutes in, the home side scored. We did say 3-2 win for the home side, so it could be a similar scenario. But if that is the case, we should see a second goal from the home side in the next couple of minutes. Paul RD18 scored that.
Header, I think. Yeah.
Second one in that fixture earlier this year. Konstantopoulos and Shearer were the two that scored for Beograd that time around as well. RD18 on the bench. Obviously played for FK Beograd. Would love to be coming up against them once again.
Yeah, the other scorer, Shearer, is on the bench as well. And that's what we mentioned at the start of the game, the impact that they have on the bench of both sides. Such a strong bench. I'm sure at about 60th minute in the second half, we're going to see some big substitutions if nothing changes or we want to see some different play from both sides. So I'm quite interested to see what those players can do as an impact.
Quick around the grounds of the RA NPLSA. As you see, Anthony Trimboli here though. Can he try and do something for his side? It's dealt with. Quick around the grounds. Panthers lose 2-4 to Adelaide United earlier on. And Adelaide City down 1-0 to Modbury Jets. And 0-0 between Metro Stars and Para Hills. All kicked off the same time as this one. It's ball through. It's Trimboli. Quite okay, couldn't get on the end of it. Energetic. Nice whip in to the area. Luic gets ahead to it. Ultimately cleared out by Benjak. Still alive, Trimboli. Just couldn't quite keep his footing in that area. A lot of dirt, mud. Barnett, got to be careful, especially in these conditions. Seeing the slippery surface at the moment, don't want to do a costly mistake in that area. Still not all done for Adelaide Croatia Raiders. Really dangerous with Trimboli up front. Striking burn now, trying to find a path forward. It's got Trimboli, chooses him nicely. Can he get there? He does well on his left and can't quite get it through. Benjak. Now it's Ivanic.
There was an interesting run of play there. I mean, the FK Beograd front four even all pressed up to the centre-backs and the full-backs while the keeper had the ball there and found Joaquin Byrne with acres of space. And you know what he does when he picks it up on the halfway line. It happened the last couple of games when he went all the way through himself from the halfway line. I think it was against Adelaide City. But in that case, yeah, he just drove through the middle, and similarly, Oliver Trimboli found himself in the middle of the back four of FK Beograd, and he had the shot, tried to turn and shoot with his left, but maybe the touch was a bit evading of him.
Luic. Benjak. Just again, conditions really showing this grass pitch. Just not really holding up with the amount of weather we've had.
Seems like it's just on that right side at the moment. I don't know if that's
right
a good thing or a bad thing, but
right side and also around goals here on the Signorello side. A lot of players falling around in that area. Obviously for FK Beograd, I'll be happy with that in this first half, but Croatia Raiders will be happy with that in the second half, when the home side will be shooting in that way, direction. It does seem to be the main area where people are losing their footing. Mateo. This is the throw in. Kimishima. Falco with the clearance, and then we'll go out for a throw in. James Odenwalder in the way.
Seems like he's got his own cheer squad on that side, Massimo Falco as well. Both 2 slide challenges within a few minutes there, and big chance from that home contingent, I reckon, on that far side. And maybe they've got a couple of the Falcos on that side too.
Nyonkuri with the head. Trimboli. And Darkus comes out. Couldn't quite get in the way of Majetic. Barnett. Corbo. Majetic. Finding a way forward. Thompson. Kimishima. Hovering over the ball. Will win the foul. Natsiopoulos. Just doing very well. A lot of hard work in that centre of the park. With that captain armband. Really showing his pride in this game. So is the Croatian side as well.
Seems really like Reece Thompson, is just moving quite deep into in between the 2 centre backs of Adelaide Croatia. It looks like he was lining up as a 6 or in the part of a midfield there with Kimishima and Jai King Byrne, but
he's whipped in.
Looks like he's gone real deep to try and get on the ball here, and it's possibly led to a bit of a gap in the midfield at the moment between the 2 sides, and that's how they keep countering.
Kimishima in the way of Ivanic, which is very strong body. Come off second best. And realised straight away he knocked him over, but instantly just went back on the ball. First time I've ever been to a game here at One Solution Park, and there's no one behind us watching the game. Main reason is they're not allowed to today. Signage put up. Obviously a big game like this, they want to have everyone inside in that one area to be managed. Kingburn. Just forcing the go back. Got Barnett there. Akita. Back to Kingburn. Tries to whip it through. Kimishima now on the end of it. Controls it with his head. He's got Corbo as assistance. And will be a corner though for the away side, a second for this game.
Well, it was a great ball in behind there from Kingburn. Little lofted through ball with a bit of spin on it as well. Found its way right into Kimishima, and I thought maybe if he took the touch ahead of the defender, would have had a bit of space to get across in, but looked like he was going down to the corner flag and he was going to be outnumbered by a few Beograd defenders. So they've got a corner, and let's see what they can do from a set piece.
Sent in, Matthew Majetic into the area. Thompson couldn't quite get it on the end of it. Akita with the throw. Despite the scoreline, the away side still pretty calm on the bench. But obviously nerves are a lot calmer on the other side, the home side. Jai Kingburn finds Trimboli. Luich. Now it's Konstantopoulos. Akita sends it forward. Mateo. It's on the end of it. Oh, not Mateo. Sorry. Yeah, it was Mateo. His haircut, a little bit different haircut this week.
Yeah, a bit shorter on the sides maybe, but he found a really good gap there in between the centre-backs as well. That's what you want to see from your winger, who may be playing as a left 10 or a right 10 as well. Mainly seeing him on the left side, so he's always going to cut in, but to see him opt between staying out wide for the time being and coming inside to pick it up. It's good to see. Get a shot on goal. That's what you want. Putting in a great ball there as well, Stefan Matteo. Put his name on that corner and found an excellent ball to Oliver Trimboli, but he seems like he just got under it and lifted it over the bar. It's a big chance, right on his head, uncontested, but maybe the ball had a bit too much on it for him to control.
Signorello. One thing I just noticed, I looked to the bench of the FK Belgrade side, and Kavanagh's there just looking at us, smiling. I'm just wondering, he probably heard us talking about him earlier maybe as well. Got to be careful what we say up here. Both benches probably listening to our conversations. Well, at the moment, all eyes fixated on the fixture on this match.
Bit of a tussle-off ball there with Konstantopoulos and Barnett. Sure the line people didn't see that one, but
Corbo with a short ball back to Barbaro. Throw in. And the Darkest just taking his time. No rush in the world. Natsiopoulos. Back to Mandakis. Skied up for Raiders. Trying to find a way forward. It's got Trimboli. Fighting with Luic. Akita does well to Kimishima. Kimishima! It's off the side netting and will be a goal kick. He just does well with that first touch. He almost got his side back into this. He did well, positioned himself well. And, well.
I think the angle was always evading in there. It's always tough to do that, especially if you're taking it on your left foot, unless you get it right across your body and put it across the keeper as well. Otherwise, it's really tough to get that in there. But again, good hold-up play from the number 9, Oliver Trimboli. It's what you want. It's what's a different thing about this Croatia Raiders team, having a big number 9 like that. They don't have to run in behind all the time. You play it to his feet, you hold it up, and you get your other 10s who are Stefan Matteo, Kimishima, Majetic on this near side as well. They're the ones that are going to get you in behind. But
it's sent in. Signorello gets on it.
That happened all very quickly in front of us. It was a goal kick for FK Beograd, and one touch led to it being a through ball for Oliver Trimboli. He had a strike on his left foot. It's another one on target for him. So Croatia Raiders definitely getting themselves back into this game now.
Trimboli. Sorry, not Trimboli. Matteo. Too many Trimbolis. As the striking burn. Goes to the shot himself. Just out wide.
Well, at least we're seeing some shots on target. Shots on goal, in fact. Not all of them are on target, but it's what you want to see in a fixture like this, getting a lot of shots away. And it's obviously difficult conditions for a keeper as well. Anything that bounces off that ground or anything that skips up with a deflection is always going to be very hard, low onto the target. It's always a difficult game for the keeper. So
you need to extend that goal by 10 if you wanted to make that on target. Put 10 around there. A little bit, just a tiny bit wide. Signorello. The long ball. Trimboli to spot. Natsiopoulos does well. He's fighting forward. Keeps his feet. Now it's Natsiopoulos on the run. Can he do something? Goes Trimboli. Trimboli! They get the lead again. 2-0 for FK Belgrade. A quick turn to go celebrate with the home side. And it's Anthony Trimboli.
Well, what an introduction, Antoni Natsiopoulos. He's had a half to remember so far, Johnny. He wasn't in that first fixture, but tonight he's really showing us what they missed. Another driving run through the midfield. Thought he was going to take it on his left foot this time, but he's found the pass to Anthony Trimboli. Got a little touch onto it. Found the bottom corner. What a lead here for FK Beograd. 2-0 in the first half, and I told you, they want to get these goals in the first half so they can celebrate with their fans, and they've done just so.
I'm just looking at my notes again. I wrote down the goal earlier when Antoni Natsiopoulos scored. And I just realised it might be the commentator's curse because I accidentally wrote it next to Anthony Trimboli. So I already predicted his goal.
The reverse curse. I mean,
yes, the reverse curse for Beograd, the curse for Raiders, unfortunately. But I wrote it next to the wrong person.
Another player that's been in the goals as of the last few weeks as well. This FK Beograd side, if they're missing a an out-and-out number 9 who's going to get you 20 goals. They've got goals that can chip in from everywhere, and that's another one for Anthony Trimboli, who's moved across this season, of course, from Campbelltown City, but he's finding his home amongst the goals here at Frank Mitchell Park.
They'll be very happy with that lead. Very tricky pass. Back to Kingburn. Corbo tries to retrieve it again for his side. It's Konstantopoulos. Just that springing the step now of the home side. You can just see it. Very happy to be in the lead with that 2-point gap. Just the nerves coming from the Raiders bench. Start to feel it as the game continues. Just 10 minutes left in this first half. Luic back to Signorello. And Nesiopoulos be very happy with his performance so far, just really fighting hard. He's hard on his sleeve, especially in this fixture, knowing oh too well what it means for both these sides. And having missed the earlier one this season, just really wanting to prove himself and get 3 points against the old rivals.
Well, he's missed a few games this season as well. He missed almost maybe half of the middle part of the season there. But since he's come back, I mean, they've done so well, FK Beograd. Maybe he's the lucky charm. As soon as he's in the lineup, they start getting some wins, start getting some points. And at the moment, he's the driving force into them pushing up the ladder.
He's, including today, started and played 9 fixtures out of the 18. So 50% he's missed. Out in pre-season after dislocating his shoulder. And then out again after a few rounds with a long-term injury. Just a beautiful occasion for football here tonight. Couldn't ask for a better setting in the western suburbs of Adelaide.
A couple scores around the grounds as well. Modbury Jets have gone 2-0 up over Adelaide City now. And it's full-time in all the fixtures around the other leagues as well. 6-1 Playford over Vipers, 3-2 Cobras over Western Strikers, 3-0 Fulham over Adelaide Victory, 3-1 Salisbury over Cumberland, and 2-1 West Adelaide in their home debut against Sturt Lions. Looks like it's another set-piece opportunity now for FK Beograd just before the end of this half.
It's Manadakis.
About 8 minutes to go. It's going to be the left foot of Manadakis to float this in. And got a couple of tall timber in there. I mean, you've got Damian Luic, Maxim Ivanic, you've got Anthony Trimboli. I think Alexander Banjak might be in there at the back post as well.
See the fans in anticipation right behind Manadakis. Who absolutely go berserk if they can get a third before the halftime break. Campaniotti, Manadakis, bring that extra bit of cheer. Sends it in. And short into the wall. Kimishima fights hard and will be another throw in for the away side right in front of the home support. And we can just imagine what's being said over there. Obviously in good faith, but that passionate supporters is what we love to see in football. And it's great to see a good first half of football and support from both of these sides. Strong Kingburn, long ball. And Majetic was there to try and get it, but couldn't quite get around Manadakis, who's had a huge run back.
Yeah, I mean, he used the slipperiness that we're talking about on this right side to his use there, where he got the slide tackle there, timed it perfectly, that he knew he was going to slide a bit with the wetness, so took it into his stride and used it to his advantage.
Corbo. Goes short to Thompson. Back to Majetic. Kingburn just trying to find a way through. Does well to get Corbo. The 2 former Adelaide City players. Will be another corner for the away side. And the Croatia Raiders. Drop my notes all over the water on the ground. Despite the rain staying away, the wetness is still here. Sent in deep. Kingburn just try and whip it in, but hopeful ball. It's turned away. Will be a goal kick. James Signorello.
Interesting one I just spotted as well. We're talking about a couple of the last players that played in the last fixture. I just saw Thomas Love for Fulham United now. Looks like he scored his first goal for the club today as well. So that's one interesting I didn't know until today, but looks like he's getting them back on track there, Fulham United to the top 6.
Well, I love those facts from you, Alessia. Konstantopoulos. Majetic, Corbo. Can they produce something here now? Kingburn, slight little pull away from the ball, will win the free. Barnett. Akira. A lot of work to be done from the Raiders, but not a big ask. They've obviously been able to do asks like this in the past. Mateo. Just trying to find a way forward. Now it's Koike. Just that heavy touch. Too high. Metsiopoulos. Does well. It's Koike. Konstantopoulos just didn't realise where the ball was. And couldn't quite make it back in time. Just calls for tempo to up the tempo from Vlado Blashika. The coach of our Croatia Raiders is Kingburn again. It's going to be a corner, the 5th one for the Raiders. Can they make it an important one? With just about 3 minutes remaining, plus any additional time will be delayed though. A slight little injury. Looks like it may be Ivanic. I think it is.
It's Banjak, actually.
Banjak, yeah. I was going to say it's either Ivanic or Banjak. Quite get confused with some of these players. Similar haircuts. But
yeah, similar boots as well, and
same shirt,
physique, yeah.
Same pants, same same socks. He makes his way off until he can restart play.
It's a big one to miss for a set piece like this as well. So Adelaide Croatia really got to take advantage of this after a big centre back like that out for this situation.
Goes back post, and Donny is there. It will be a free kick. Lords came to us the ball.
Not happy with the language as well, Daniel Cook at the moment as well. I mean, it was a bit of a contentious decision to give that. There was no holding, no pulling, no pushing either. So I'm not sure. Maybe he saw some hands in some areas that were not required, but giving a talk to Reece Thompson there and nothing doing at the moment.
1 minute remaining, plus any additional time. Signorello gets it long. Trimboli's eyeing it off. Ivanic with the head. That's Kimishima. As they try and find their way through. Raiders, Reece Thompson off the ball, and it will be the first yellow given today. And it's to Natsiopoulos.
To Nyankuru.
Sorry, Nyankuru.
But yeah, that's one of the first dangerous free kicks. I mean, he was on the break there. I don't know if you'd call it a chance, but after a few soft ones that have gone a couple minutes prior, he's taken the opportunity to book one there. And now they've got a set piece here with
no time left. It's only additional now. So it'll be interesting to see what can happen. It's King Byrne. He's rearing up for a great set piece. Could be just enough to try and get his side back into it. So at the referee's discretion now. You'd say with the celebrations it'll be at least 2 minutes. Striking Byrne. Little deflection into the area. Can it be done? And it's Kimishima. He's onside. It's a goal. They're back into it. Adelaide Croatia Raiders. And what a great set piece from King Byrne.
Yeah, a bit scrappy that one. A couple of deflections, but the maestro for Adelaide Croatia, Katsuyoshi Kimishima, has found his fortune at the back post there with an easy tap in. A couple of questions for offside, but the assistant referee said nothing doing. He wasn't even having a chat with the referee, so it must have been clearly onside after the deflection and brought this game back to a contest.
A little slight delay in some celebrations. But they got the goal they wanted. 2-1 scoreline. Always a dangerous one, but for the neutral, it's exactly what we want. That excitement.
And that's exactly what we want as an away player and a coach and a team as well. Adelaide Croatia, I mean, they've probably been outplayed for most of this half, and Beograd have had a lot of the opportunities, had the run of the play, and probably thought they were going to go into the half with all the momentum. But after being pegged back with a scrappy set piece as well, it's always tough to go in now. And I think it's going to create some interesting things that are going to come out in the second half now with how both sides are going to play. I mean, Croatia hadn't made too many opportunities or played too well in the game so far, but getting a little goal like that really going to boost your confidence.
Well, that is half-time down here at One Solution Park. Your home side, FK Beograd, 2-1 over Adelaide Croatia Raiders. You got a late goal in additional time. And what a game it's been so far. These two sides, a fiery clash, which will certainly heat up in the second half. Myself, Johnny Keko, and Alessio Karachi bringing you all the action. A quick roundup. What did you make of the first half, Alessio?
Yeah, I mean, it probably started with a little less composure and preciseness from both sides, but definitely in that midfield area is such a joy to watch. Some of those players who've been pressing so hard, and Adoni Natsiopoulos especially, and Reece Thompson when he comes onto the ball as well, they're really attacking with a lot of vigour, and I think that's what really made the game a good watch, and a couple good chances as well. But I really want to see some more intent from both sides, especially in the final third.
And looking at those stats as well, 2 shots to the home side, to the 7 of the away, but only 2 on target to 1 away. So that is all on target shots have gone in on goal. So what a great game of football we've had so far. It's only 45 minutes, don't go anywhere. On the other side, we'll have the second half.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is a individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jeps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
As here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot. Sinclair up the double. There's the back foot. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
And it's Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! It's another one for my protect. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yuda Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Matteo. One of three top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
Mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by Friedrich, gets the touchdown. Stefan Matteo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two-two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but
lovely ball from Trimboli. Bisasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Bisasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Matteo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Matteo go. Jai King burnt. Matteo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They've let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Strandline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang, with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Aaron Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, one-on-one. Well collected by Aaron Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Uni. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's one-on-one with the keeper. Could this be the opening? Was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set-piece opportunity. Quigley hitting. It's in. The breakthrough being made.
Ball.
Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Noto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Noto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Noto's there! To make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Adelaide Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane. Just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows. 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back down to One Solution Park as we get ready for the second half in this round 18 fixture. FK Beograd taking on Adelaide Croatia Raiders. A 2-1 lead for the home side. No changes for them though. On the other side, the away side, Adelaide Croatia Raiders making just the one change Frank Busasa making his way on in place of Matthew Majetic. Big game. Still to continue. A lot to happen. 45 minutes of football. It's anyone's game. As we kick it back off. Mathiopoulos. Myself, Johnny Keko, alongside Alessio Carocci. Second half of football, not to be missed.
Yeah, I mean, Adelaide Croatia Raiders, you've seen from the intent from the second half, they made the sub in Frank Busasa to come on. I mean, he was the hero last time around, so I'm sure they're hoping for more of the same and see what his attacking output can do. I think it was Matthew Majetic who came off, so it's a straight substitution on that right wing, but I think he's definitely more of an out-and-out winger as Busasa compared to Majetic, who's probably more of a midfielder.
There he calls for him to get onto the ball from the bench.
Numbers in here and challenge the keeper for 10.
Busasa, who's taking the reins, has been on the set piece as well, the left footer as well to come on. See if he can put this into a deep area.
Busasa can't get around Mandadakis, who ends up giving away the corner, the sixth one for the Raiders.
So in front of the keeper.
Just having a chat on the far side of half time. Well, as we get this corner underway, it's in the area. It's a dangerous ball, still alive though for Trimboli. Maybe a goal kick. There's a small attendance from the Raiders here today, but they are in the usual spot of the Croatians are in the usual spot of the home side. Okay, Beograd fans, just next to the dugout, but they're right next to each other. Both of those supports. It's great to see the supporters coming away from home to get behind the Raiders as they fight to get in the second half to get the equaliser, potentially their winner, whilst FK Belgrade try to hold on to this lead. Sent in by Banjak. Will be a goal kick. Akeda. Barnett. Can they get back into this? Busasa will be a throw in on the far side. Bit of work to be done by the away side. And the Croatia Raiders, but only one goal away from the equaliser, which they will ultimately want to try and get as soon as possible to give them time to try and continue the goal scoring, get back into the lead. Signorello plays it out from the back. Ivanic. Slight header to Trimboli. Back pass. Does fine Ivanic, but numbers around him. Trimboli again. Is Ivanic. Not the best shot on target, but made the most of his opportunity.
Yeah, at least he's getting a couple on target. I mean, that first half was probably a bit quieter from him, from what I've noticed, but looks like he's going to try and get on the ball early here. Maybe he's getting a bit predictable cutting in on his left foot, so maybe he needs to go down the line a couple of times and change it up and get a few more onto James Odenwalder, who's also a left footer, so he's probably looking a bit predictable as well.
Manadakis to take the corner. Can he do something here? Sends it in deep. Barbaro with the hand. Calls for the corner. Waved off quickly by Daniel Cook as he calls for a second ball. If you look closely, just to the left of the goals that we're looking at right now, there is a couple of people sneaking through one of the gates that has no signage to watch a bit of the game. Just the one of only a few spots left that you can sneak through. Can't get away with anything here when we're on watch. Jack Switch with the long ball. It's Corbo to deal with it. Kingburn, Busasa. Now down that side. And Natsiopoulos. It's where things get a bit fiery. Busasa gets pushed off. Now Trimboli. It's into the hands of Barbaro.
Another late challenge here as well from Ivanic on Odenwalder, and I think the Raiders bench are getting a bit upset with a couple of these decisions that aren't being made.
Well, this is what happens in a rivalry like this. We knew the second half will have all the... As another one in the middle of the park this time round.
Heating up a bit as well. There was one off the ball there, and Anthony Trimboli as well. And now Rhys Thompson gets his name into the book as well. So this is the second half we wanted, just like I said. I mean, the second half is not against your home... scoring against your home end, so I think Croatia Raiders are really going to try and rattle the cage, as they say.
Well, it's got everything so far of what a rivalry has. But it's starting to get that heat now. Just that one part of the ingredients to a recipe of original rivalry, derby-style football. Two teams that have a lot of history against each other. It's all starting to piece its way together. It's the spatula starting to mix it and fold it all in as we see another opportunity. Neon Kuru decides to go back to Natsiopoulos. Playing it out the back is Beograd.
Big attack and run this from Odenwalder. He's made his all the way into the box.
It's Busasa now. It's in the area. Can he do something like he did last time? Just wins inside the corner, though. To start with, number 7. Starting to push it. The amount of corners they're receiving. want to try and capitalise on this set piece. Unfortunately, another wasted opportunity from Busasa. Busasa with the ball in, but it will be offside decision. Beograd yet to make a change. Players getting ready to warm up, so could be seeing something shortly from the home side. Adrian Deloya obviously happy with the way his side's performing so far. He's opening 55 minutes. Boss, on the other hand, Raiders looking to probably make a change, the second change, very soon. Maxim Ivanic gets in, he's on his right, goes for the short open goal, and it's cleared out, thankfully, for the LA Croatia Raiders. But just again, just that moment of opportunity for the home side.
Well, just as I said, I mean, he's got to change it up every time cutting in on that left foot, and that time he went down the line, beat his defender, got a shot away. I mean, he shot it with the outside of his left foot, so probably didn't have as much power as you'd hope. But that's good signs from him that he's changing it up and getting some opportunities. He goes again.
Maxim Ivanic back into the area. Still alive, but Barbaro squashes any opportunity there would possibly have been.
Another big sliding challenge again from the captain, Natsiopoulos. Really putting himself about. Probably hasn't got on the ball as much as he'd like at the start of the second half so far, but he's been a game changer in this one at the moment, so I think he's going to have a bit more play to say.
Signorello, quick clearance. As we just look to the bench as well, it looks like a couple of players will be making their way on from Raiders. We'll make a double substitution. Kingburn wins the foul.
Nyankuru as well. He's on a yellow, remember, so he's got to make sure he looks after himself. Otherwise, there's a couple of subs on the bench that probably could play in that midfield role.
And those substitutions will be made now for the away side, with Oliver Zafaridis coming on, along with Callum Campbell. And it's Kimishima, the goal scorer, calling it a night alongside James Oldenwater.
So it's definitely like-for-like substitutions. I mean, Zafaridis is a left-sided player, predominantly at left fullback. He's going to get himself right on the set piece as well. And Callum Campbell, we know, is a player who's played in the front line as well as the midfield and is comfortable in both. So we'll see what he can do as a substitute coming on now. But definitely Zafaridis is going to get himself on a few crosses and set pieces with that wand of a left foot. It was a great ball in from him there. I mean, probably popped up where Trimboli was. It's hard for him to turn and spin or get the touch away from him enough to get a shot away, but tried to do it that time and probably scuffed more of the turf than the ball. But some more signs as well from your number 9. He's turning and having shots. It's what you want to do, and sure, it can't be too far away for him to get one on target and really test his keeper in Signorello.
Takeda finds his way through around Trimboli. Does well. Mateo, nice ball through to the substitute, Zafaridis, and it will be another corner.
Come on, someone on the keepers, get in!
Received from the Raiders. The 10th one for the game for either side. Can he get the equaliser or play a part in doing so? Zafaridis leaves it for Akita. Natsiopoulos. Settled in the park. Maxim Ivanic. Straight pass to Corbo. He's trying to find a way through around Natsiopoulos, who's putting up a fight against Corbo. And eventually will be out for a throw in. Manadakis playing his part in it as well for FK Beograd. Right in front of the support of both sides. Big chunk of the Adelaide Croatia Raiders fans sent in. Maxim Ivanic using his body well. Theopoulos. To Nyankuru, who wins the free kick. Great night for football. Forecast of rain to come, but it's holding off tonight. Carrying 11.1 degrees in Woodfield West. It's Mateo now. Uses Zafaridis, who was offside.
Waited too long to play that ball step for Mateo. I mean, the coaching staff here were telling him, play Zafaridis, play Zafaridis. He started a bit too much. Zafaridis got ahead of him and got ahead of the whole defence of FK Beograd as well. So I think this is definitely going to be the side that something's going to happen, though. I mean, Zafaridis is fresh here, and Mateo's been on it the whole day so far. He had quite a few chances to cross it in the first half. Now he's got a left footer with a good whip on him as well behind him, so he can use him if he wants to put the ball in and cut in himself to have the strikes.
Okay, up. He's trying to take it quick. It's Reece Thompson. Jamie Signorelli hasn't done too much today. Not a lot of big shots on goal. They haven't been too manageable for the goalkeeper. Big Barber, a lot less as well, despite the two that went in. The only two real chances for FK Beograd. Frank Busasa now on the attack. Can he do something here? He's taken out. And looks like he will receive a card for it as well.
I think is that his second or?
As Luic receives his first, I believe, of the game.
There's a couple of those defenders, and FK Beograd are on a booking now, and that's what Adelaide Croatia brought on these attackers for, especially Frank Busasa, a tricky winger like him who is really nimble on the ball and will just tap it past you and you'll dive in without knowing. And he's done that there and got someone on a booking, and now they've got a set piece to contend with. It's going to be Zafaridis to either float this in or have a strike even, or it's going to be Jai Kingburn as well.
Zafaridis to take the lead with his set piece. Can he do something? He winds up and straight into the hands of Signorelli. A lot of power behind it. Read well by the goalkeeper. Very good set piece from young Zafaridis.
Don't know how young he is at the moment, but he's definitely youthful legs, at least in this game. So
young at the heart is what I meant.
Another good wing from Natsiopoulos, getting tagged as well, and wins the free kick.
That's what we're here for. Meant to make people younger, look younger, and sound fitter. That's what you do when you turn 30.
Poor pass that time from Lujic.
Busasa. Frank Busasa just couldn't quite get around Nyankuru. Jacking Burn. Zafaridis to Kingburn again. Barnett making the run himself down the side. Pisasa was the target, but couldn't quite read that well from Barnett. We got a throw in. And Darkus to be the taker. Leon Bruno gets ready to come on. For the home side.
Couple big tackles now heating up on the far side, and everyone's running in now.
This is exactly what this rivalry brings. This type of heat. It's not what you want to see all the time, but it's not unexpected in a game like tonight. Adam Leon Bruno is getting ready to make his return. A long wait with injury. It's good to see him back in this big fixture today. Waiting for the right moment to bring the player on. Looks like it will be Anthony Trimboli, the goal scorer. He'll be making his way back on. Back off, sorry.
Yeah, so it's his first appearance since the 6th of April, 2024. And he's only played 5 games this season and 5 starts, so it's good to see him back, Adam Leon Bruno. And it's probably going to be a bit of a formation shift, or a couple of players maybe playing in different positions at the moment. You've got Manadakis in there now. I think he'll probably float somewhere in a 6 now. And potentially Ivanic will lead the line with a couple of other changes incoming. But
with Leon Bruno as well, ironically, the last time, the first match he missed from injury was the first time these two teams met back in round 7. So he's missed out 50% of the league, but makes his return to try and get some redemption for his side as well, to help them hold on to this important 3 points.
I think he's probably missed a bit more than 50%, but he's missed obviously since the first round of fixtures. But yeah,
last fixture was against Para Hills Knights back in round 6.
Ball comes into the box now for Trimboli to hold up.
Sorry, I mean 50% of the overall season. We haven't got through the whole season yet. You're all right. Not 50% of the current season, but $11 of the fixtures. Zafaridis, Joaquin Byrne, Barnett. That's Thompson. Zafaridis. Couldn't quite get around Konstantopoulos. And someone's car just took it to the side. Zafaridis with the throat to Thompson. To Zafaridis. Maxim Ivanic on the attack now as Beograd look to counter. And he's taken each other out. It's Barnett and Maximinovic just getting on top of each other. Quickly dealt with by Natsiopoulos, though. Just these little moments of fire. Trimboli now on the other end. Can they do something? Adelaide Croatia Raiders looking to get that equaliser. It's dealt with though by Massimo Falco. And scrambles to give it another corner. So Matteo taking that corner. Whips it in nicely. Off the head, off the across the upright. And just out. Trimboli taps it into the area. It's a dangerous ball in. Can they try and do something? Matteo. And then corner, number 10 for the Raiders.
And they're getting increasingly more dangerous, especially after that previous one where I think it was Trimboli who glanced it onto the far post, and they're going to get another one. But not with that type of delivery.
Maksimovic, Ivanic making his run to try and steal the ball off. Zafaridis.
It's definitely been all Croatia this half, though. I mean, they've had the ball for most of the...
Come out firing. The changes have been very well thought about as well. Just really making an impact. Beograd's still able to hold on, but they wouldn't want to try and let in another one because it could just cause that little bit of extra firepower that the Croatian Raiders need.
And a welcome
Take
back.
All 3 points.
And a welcome back for Adam Leombruno straight into the book with that yellow card after dragging the shirt of Reece Thompson as he spun him. He's also rocking a new number, I think, Adam Leombruno, number 3. He was previously, I think, number 5. So,
and that's Matthew Mayo's number as well, who's been sporting that the last few weeks.
Maybe they just swapped. I don't think Mayo's not on the bench tonight, so maybe you could choose a different number in the reserve game.
Maybe Adam hasn't watched it since the last time he played, maybe. Couldn't dry in time. Zafaridis sends it in. Signorello gets a hand to it. Nyankuro with the clearance. It's Nyankuro again. Goes short to Kwoke. Does well. Maxim Ivanic reading the ball well. Just that final touch. It's handball from Kwoke. Barnett out the back. Receives it from Zafaridis. Busasa just controlling it. Trying to get around the darkest. It'll be a free kick. Quick live ladder in a moment. Woods Trimboli fires through. Signorello does well. This 3 points leaves Adelaide, leaves FK Beograd in 6th place with 25 points. Adelaide Croatia Raiders drop down to 9th place on 21 points. So very important if they can try and get the win for the away side. Adelaide Olympic currently 1-1 with Croydon FC. And a win for Olympic will mean the world to them and get them 2 points away from relegation zone. It's Nyankuru. He's in on. He chooses to go Manadakis. And there we have it. It is 3-1 for the home side.
And a bit of a scuffle here. I think there were a couple of players celebrating in front of Busasa. Gets a push as well.
And this is exactly what these games have. That fieriness to it between these two teams with a lot of history. And it's Manadakis, it's Ivanic and Busasa just getting at it a little bit. Don't want it to ruin this occasion, but it's a 3-1 lead for the home side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's even brought that on. I don't know. I didn't see anything on that far side with Busasa, anyone he was talking to, or any bad fouls that he got. And if this is a booking, it's very silly from the FK Beograd home side. I think it might be Ivanic who might get one, and looks like maybe it's just a talking to, but a very silly way to get booked if you do. But all in all, it's a goal. It's the first one for the club for Manadakis. Just after moving out of that left fullback role for Adam Leombruno, he's moved up to the left wing and scored with his right foot. Something you don't see very often from him, but I'm sure he would love to take that and a derby win home with him tonight. Going to make another sub as well is Croatia. It's going to be a like-for-like one as well. Oliver Trimboli to come off and Paul Radici, the former Beograd man, to come on. So my prediction of a Trimboli goal is past now, but my game prediction is still probably on. But I think I'm going to see a few more goals and a few more cards in this if it continues the way it goes, especially on that far side with Busasa, it seems. So back underway now.
Well, as I was saying as well, before that goal did present itself, if Croydon get the win, if Croydon lose against Adelaide Olympic, then for Raiders' sake, they'll still stay in 8th place. But for Beograd, it makes no difference. Aside from having two teams chasing them, one of those being Croydon and the other LA United. So just make it a one chase. At the moment, it's Corbo! He sends it out just wide, slightly. Signorello looks like he may have just hurt himself slightly, but nothing too serious by the looks of it, but maybe a little bit of a niggle.
Yeah, a little inadvertent ball there from Jai King-Byrne. I'm sure he didn't expect that to be the target at the end there, but Corbo's continued his run, and as he has in the last few weeks as well, when they're in trouble, Adelaide, Croatia, Bradley Corbo seems to be in the box, getting equalisers, getting goals, so he's really getting his overlaps at the moment, and almost had a big chance there.
Just off the ball. Vlado Blashik went to kick the ball back in. Looks like he might have done a hammy by the looks of it. It's a little bit sore after that little long ball. Mateo. It's Falco to take the throw. Striking Burn. Head up, looking for his options. Goes Busasa short. Yuto Akita.
Poor ball though.
Poor ball to Neo Kuru. Now to Maxim Ivanic as they try and make their way forwards. Maxim from long distance. Straight to Barbaro's hands. It's that power that behind it. The force from Maxim Ivanic wanting to get back onto that score sheet and extend the lead.
He's got a lot of confidence as well, the way he's talking on the field to some of the Croatia players, sorry. So I'm sure he wants to get one and celebrate again in some faces.
Safaridis spotted Callum Campbell making the run. Signorello just guiding his players from the back as they're trying to get into these final 12 minutes. Manly Barnett. These are the moments now. The really important final 12 minutes. Both teams start to heat up. The pressure starts to build.
Looks like there's Adam Leombruno support behind that fence as well. Maybe they're enticing on Busasa as well, it seems, because he inadvertently had that one out. But maybe that's why it's getting a bit heated on that far side.
Busasa was the one who scored that winner that last time, just to
big
confirm
hit
it. Here
that
we go.
time from Corbo, and it's gone on again.
It's really starting to fire up down here at One Solution Park. Daniel Cook has a big game on his hands to try and calm this thing down. Just something little will quickly spark it.
Well, I don't think there was anything little about that hit. That was right from behind on Antoni Natsiopoulos. Didn't even see it coming and was thrown to the ground. So I think he's got to get booked here, Bradley Corbo. And I don't think there's anything else any other players have done themselves to get booked either. But you can see Vlado Blazek has seen enough of having Frank Busasa on that far side. He's moved him over here with Stefan Mateo changing over. So hopefully that calms it down a little bit.
Well, the calls from Vlado is it's just a header. But it does look when we watch a replay on our phone as well, it does look a little bit fierce from Corbo, but
probably is worse when Andoni stopped and Bradley Corbo's gone straight through for the header. It's always going to be a stop versus a quick collision. So
a game like this as well, anything like that will just really spark up a fire.
Looks like a couple subs for Beograd as well, and they're not happy with the 3 goals yet, and they're still going to bring on a couple of attackers. It's going to be Ninko Beric and Craig Shearer, both the goal scorers from last time, was it? Or not Ninko?
Not Ninko. Ninko was the captain back then, but Shearer did get on it. I believe that was a yellow in the end.
Must have been to Bradley Corbo, otherwise it wouldn't be a free kick, but got a last 10, probably about 15 minutes with added time, and I reckon sparks are going to flare by the end of this. Great little 1-2 though on the far side.
It's Manadakis tries to send it in, and Barbaro does well to keep it in.
I think it was Liam Barron on the far side. They probably got
the
same type of physique and haircut, but and left.
They've got to stop doing that to us. Still yet to make that substitution for FK Belgrade. It's Yuto.
But I guess that's the luxury of having 2 left-footed players who can play left fullback or left wing as well, and they can interchange in and out of possession as well. And it seems like Liam Bruno has taken the attacking option this point, and Manadakis has played left fullback. I think it's probably smarter as well with Liam Bruno already on a yellow card. Manadakis is not, so to have him defending instead of trying to be the attacker is probably better amongst the cards.
Sent long. It's left for Signorello. Ninko Beric, the captain in this fixture, back in round 7. About to come back on for the side. Sends it deep. Maxim with the header. Poike is lurking. Settled by Barnett, but can't be done by Barbaro, but he manages to hold on. But Netsiopoulos, now Neon Kuru. And here's Ninko Beric making his way on. Neon Kuru to make way. Oh, Udai, sorry.
I'm not sure who the second one is, though.
Yeah, he's not making a second substitution just yet. Just that one.
So it is going to be a winger for a winger. We're going to see what Ninko Beric, the Serbian man himself, can do in this fixture.
Ninko coming on for Kuokai. You hear the cheers from the crowd for Ninko Beric, who is so passionate to be Serbian and to be representing FK Belgrade in a fixture just as big as this. It's inside the area. Can they do something here? It's Matteo. He can't quite find his feet. Natsiopoulos using his body well to try and clear it of danger. It's Falco. Konstantopoulos, and then it will be out. Zafaridis with the throw. Chooses to go short. Back to Zafaridis. It's Frank Busasa. Now swapped over on the side. To the left side.
Now you got 2 left footers on this left side in Zafaridis and Busasa, so they're both going to want to whip it into any opportunity, and maybe that's the way that Vlado's looking at this. Just want to get the ball in the box and create some havoc. And now you got 2 on the left that are left footers, 2 on the right that are right footers. So the last 10 minutes of this game, you want to put everything in there and all your numbers in there as well.
Sent in deep. It's Ninko with the clearance. First impact into this game as we head into the final 5 minutes. Ninko again.
Big late challenge from Beric though. I'm sure he's going to
come back in. And Zafaridis with the follow-up push. And Ninko goes to ground. And Busasa's just making a way in as well. So Busasa may have stepped on Ninko Beric's hands in that instance. This is where things heat up all the time. Busasa just that's a very silly thing to do from Busasa. There's no need to get involved in this. Looks like he's going to get that talking to. And Zafaridis would also receive a chat.
Looks like Ninko Beric has avoided one though. And it's going to be for the late challenge from him.
He is coming in for it. So Zafaridis will receive the yellow as well as Ninko. And Frank Busasa is just getting away with a warning. His last warning is what the referee is saying. Because he retaliated at the end where there was no need to. If you do remember back in round 7, after that goal that he scored, he did go and spark up a little bit of heat in front of the away support. So he does get involved in a little bit of that fire. Final 3.5 minutes remaining, plus any additional time. Zafaridis, young Zafaridis, on the back of the ball. He sends it in deep. Manly was there lurking, but Signorello,
great claim,
does well. Holding on, 2-goal lead.
Looks like, is it Lujic has gone down with a bit of cramp, possibly a bit of time wasting, and maybe get some subs ready. They got Jared Clark there of all people, so if they want to make a sub, there's no one better than him to come on.
He's getting up to have that warm-up.
Take a bit of time out of this game. Probably add a bit on the end, but with this scoreline, I think they're going to be happy to keep this for a while.
Well, it's been a good view for any of the viewers. The neutrals. 3-1 scoreline, 4 goals. Big rivalry, lots of fire. Not so friendly fire. And that magic spray has come out. It looks a whole lot thicker when it's cold.
Yeah, it looks like he's limping quite bad, so maybe it's not as much of a cramp. Maybe it's just a knee-to-knee corky somewhere that's happening there. And
I think said need to eat or corky. Yeah, you might be onto something there.
Sure that a couple of those subs would want to get on this park at least just to hear that final whistle in the derby.
It's back to Manly Barnet. It's been a long wait coming. 7 years for FK Beograd to get a win against these rivals. But could they get one back with Mateo? The answer is no. Not sure if you can quite hear the counting in the background. That is Vlado Belzeka just really counting down the seconds Signorello was wasting. 11 was the answer.
In between two players there from Radici, and it's Adelaide and Bruno to get on the ball here and try and put it out the line.
It's Corbo. Take the quick throw.
Looks like we are going to see those substitutions as we did mention
just
before.
Just one, I think, will be Jared Clark. He's getting ready to come on. I don't think Craig Shearer will be making his way on just yet. He's only putting his bib on, so it could be a while yet. Busasa comes up front with Nyonkuru. The short pass somehow finds its way to Radic. Busasa couldn't stay on his feet, but wins the free kick in what could be a potentially dangerous area. And Jared Clark eventually will make his way on.
but it's not for Damian Luic. Looks like it might be to Ivanic. So we're going to wait for this free kick, I'm pretty sure. Taking a long time to make this sub, and I don't think the referee's going to heed their advances.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Longer.
I don't know what's going on here. They're saying they're taking too long. We'll see what happens here. This could cause something if there is a goal. It's gone out for a throw on the other end. And now they will make that substitution. Jason Konstantopoulos will be coming off. And the word from the referees was they were taking too long to make their change. And that's why they weren't allowed to do it. The words exchanged on the sideline. It's entertainment for us both. Konstantopoulos has done well this game for his side.
Into added time now as well. I think there'll probably be about 5 or so minutes.
It's where things try and spark some action. Yuto, Akita, Zafaridis, Busasa again. Just a lot of footwork, trying to get his way around. Signorello, safe hands. To the cheers of the fans in the stands. Sent in deep. Just as deep as Maxim Ivanic, who can't quite get the head up. Zafaridis. Nyakuru.
Great ball in behind to Ninko Beric as well.
Ninko
looks to return the favour.
Zafaridis is chasing, but it's Maxim Ivanic. And Zafaridis does very well to retrieve it for his side. But the fight from Ninko calls for not from his coach not to give away a foul. This will mean a world to Beograd to hold on to this lead. Additional time is entered, but how much of it is up to the discretion of the referee, Daniel Cook.
A rush ball there from Manly Barnett, straight into Nyankuru, and now
time is ticking.
Cheeky little meg there as well from Ninko Beric, as he didn't see Jai King until a bit late, but luckily enough went through his legs, kept the ball, and lived to see another day.
Barnett. Nyankuru. It's Maximinovic. He's got room in front of him. He's got only one player to get around. Chooses to supply Manadakis.
He's got one.
And couldn't quite get around. The big build of Corbo. Manadakis again. Oh, that looked personal. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Thought he was going to play on there, and while Corbo was down, maybe driving to the box, but
decided to go straight into Corbo.
He'd prefer to win the throw-in.
Win the throw-in or kick it into Corbo? Choice is yours. The cries of Beograd slowly being heard around One Solution Park. Time is ticking. 3 points awaiting. 2-goal lead. It's almost there for the home side. 7-year wait is almost over. It's to win against his side. Rival. Again, it means so much on many levels.
Nobody up front there for Croatia Raiders as they try and hoof it up. Just seems like Beograd are more and more numbers forward to even try and get a fourth.
Out to Leon Bruno. Mathiopoulos. Luic. Back to Signorello. All starts again for the home side. Leon Bruno Not sure if that was tactical or not. It's gone out for.
I think he was looking for Manadakis there, but he opted to stay back in case of a counter rather than push forward and have a left back all the way up that line. And there can't be too much left now.
Cries for full time around the stadium, but this could be one last berth. It's Maxim Ivanic. He's got Falco there, goes for his own, goes for the shot out wide, but unfortunately, it's straight to the hands of Barbaro. Zafaridis needs to be quick to try and find something forward. Leon Bruno. Kingburn takes it quick. Busasa. Big ask for Croatia Raiders, but one goal will help him. Can they get that? Almost on the line. Clearance.
What a save from Signorello.
Signorello.
Great ball into the box from Brisasa. Flashed it across the face. That's what you want as a winger to do. And he found Matteo, but I think the ball might have got caught under his feet a little bit. Bounced into the hands of Signorello, and the rebound was claimed and couldn't get anything else onto it.
You can see the numbers piling in near the dugout. Beograd just know their 3 points. It's almost in their hands. Leon Bruno gets in the way with his head. Can they do this? Can they hold on to it? The chances are yes. But the scoreline is still to be answered. Barnett fighting forward. Just an off pass. And the cheers. This will erupt when that final whistle is blown. There's not long left for this side. Already just under 7 minutes played in additional time. You'd say not much left, probably a minute. So the referee looks to be signalling. Falco with the head. Nyankuru. Ivanic, just a quick clearance into no man's land. Corbo. Boots along. Now it's back in the hands of Raiders. We want to try and get one last berth just to narrow down the scoreline. Ivanic. Sninko Beric does well. Can they do something again? It's Maxim Ivanic trying to make his way forward. Barbaro. Safaridis. Raiders not giving up. I know it's almost done. Corbo. 7-year wait about to be ended. These two teams, a fire between them, a long, long history. And Signorello with the punch. It's out to Kingburn. And then straight into the signage. And that's almost it. The referee's looking at his clock, but nothing yet.
Yeah, some early fist bumps as well here from Adrian Delalea on the sidelines. He's really excited to get another win for his team here and propel them in these last 4 games to fight for that top 6 and fight to stay in it.
He's lost 2 out of the last 3 and drawn 1 out of the last 3.
There it is.
That is it. A 7-year wait since beating their rivals is over. FK Beograd get the job done against their fierce rivals, Adelaide Croatia Raiders, and keep their spot in the top 6. And what a scene. You can hear the cries of Beograd coming from the stands. And it means so much.
I think you're going to see some more as well when those players get over there. It looks like they're all trying to get them over there to start some more chance. And when they get into that tunnel as well, it's going to be very interesting.
A draw against Campbelltown City on Anzac Day. They were here partying until 1 a.m. So I can only imagine what a win over their rivals will do tonight for a party. A great game of football.
Looks like there's some afters here. Damian Luic, Frank Brisasa.
Here we go. This is not what you want to see, especially after a great game of football. Brisasa is having to get dragged out by his coach here with Trimboli. He's going to get a talking to here. This is not exactly what we want to see in a game like this. The way it's ended, a great game of football could easily turn into something more serious. But they're trying to calm things down as quickly as possible. It's good to see some of the players from both sides just helping each other out to calm things down here. But there's a lot of emotion in this game, and you can see it right now. And this is what football is, unfortunately. There's a bit of emotion, and sometimes it takes a turn. But in the end, everyone will head back into those change rooms and have a quick feed and a drink to celebrate the game that's been and to discuss the football world. But that's football. There's a lot of emotion and passion in this game.
Yeah, that's probably about all we've got time for here in the studio, and we're glad we saw a little bit at the end there, but hopefully it's all settled out, and that's what you want to finish the game and finish the broadcast.
Well, that's it. Well, we'll wrap it up. Quick review of the game on yourself, Alessio.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit scrappy at times as well, and I did predict a 3-2 win, so I hope the defence did a bit better than I expected of FK Beograd, and there was obviously a couple saves from Cinderella, a couple crossbars and a couple misses, but other than that, it's a derby. It's not always going to be pretty, and the 3 points is all you care about at the end of the day, especially at home, especially in front of all these supporters who come out on a cold night.
And especially against a big rival in Adelaide Croatia Raiders. A big game down here. Thank you for joining me, Alessio.
No wonder. Thanks for having me, Johnny, and we live to see another week in the NPL, and it's going to be another tough battle for this top six. It's anyone's game, and it's going to be an interesting last 4 weeks.
Well, that is it. Round 18, done and dusted. Adelaide Croatia Raiders lose 3-1 to FK Beograd. The big rivals, and there you can see how much it means to them. On that note, we'll leave you out. Have a great weekend. That's all from myself, Johnny Keko, and Alessio Carocci.